The big game is fast approaching, but wait, you still haven't got your tickets. You've spent hours searching, but you're still confused about ticket prices. Time to stop searching. Visit ticketcompare.com. We compare ticket prices for all the popular leagues and tournaments for you. We work only with the most trustworthy sites, so you can have peace of mind when buying your tickets. Compare prices, buy tickets, get to the game. Ticketcompare.com. Buying tickets made simple.
I'm all right.
Good morning, Arsene. Can we start with your latest team news, please?
Well, from Wednesday night, we had, of course, Jack who was injured, but we had very good news yesterday morning. I saw him walking normal, his scan is good. He's not out yet of a game on Sunday, so that are positive news. We'll have Ramsey back in the squad. We have an uncertainty about Özil. He will have a test, I believe, earliest tomorrow. That at the moment is a bit 50-50. And all the other players will still be out for Bournemouth.
In terms of the three defenders, Kolasinac, Koscielny, Monreal, have you got a time frame on when they could be back?
Koscielny next week, Kolasinac next week. He has a little chance to be available, Kolasinac. And Monreal earliest next week as well.
Of course, Bournemouth having quite a tough season so far, but they always make it difficult for us.
Yeah, because last year was a spectacular game. We finished 3-3, but overall, yes, we are a team who has a bit more difficulties this season, but down there they can make it difficult for anybody.
Awesome, thank you for your time. Did you mention Olivier Giroud there in the...
Olivier Giroud is 2 weeks away. I have not been asked about Olivier Giroud because they asked me about the defenders.
Yeah. I was having trouble keeping up. So he's 2 weeks away, Giroud.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Özil?
His knee. Yeah, he had a swollen knee and recurrence of what he had 2-3 weeks ago. And that's why he was not involved on Wednesday night.
This game a year ago was a very exciting game, 3-3. Your memories of it?
Well, the nightmare, and after the relief and the frustration, because you could have won the game in the end. So basically what can happen in a game, in a story, you know, of a game, is that you can go for all kind of state of mind, but we had shown character again in this kind of games, but we had a slow start and they were absolutely storming out. They were full of confidence at the time, you know, and they were difficult for everybody because I think they've beaten Liverpool last year as well. So overall they had a good home record.
Sanchez hit the headlines. See what I've done there? By showing his frustration at the end, throwing his gloves on the pitch, I think was the image that people remember. Do you feel he's showing that kind of passion at the moment? Would you like to see more of it?
Look, I don't question Sanchez's passion. No, when he's on the football pitch, he wants to win, he's committed. I had many conversations about him, and we talked about the fact that our people can always observing you with microscope when you are on a short-term contract, but I never questioned his professional attitude. When he's on the football pitch, Sanchez wants to win. When he shows the frustration, it's because we didn't win.
So you've had many conversations about him. Have you had any with him recently about...
Yeah, with him, yeah, of course.
And what have you said to each other about the situation?
That he's always fully committed, you know. He never had any problem through his attitude or his commitment.
You say you don't question his commitment and his desire, but his form is not what it was this time last year.
But that is not necessarily linked with the length of your contract, you know. That can happen even if you have 10 years to go.
Is there any truth in the fact that Manchester United are now expressing interest in signing him, and maybe Mkhitaryan being part of the deal?
Look, Honestly, I cannot tell you much more at the moment about this situation because nothing is really concrete at the moment.
So there is some truth in it?
You conclude that. You could say that at the moment, as soon as it's not that I don't want to inform you, I don't want to give you wrong information, and at the moment I must say nothing is decided one way or the other.
Would a bidding war between two big clubs be beneficial for Arsenal?
A bidding war is always beneficial to the guy, to the club who can take advantage of it, but we are not in that. We basically, I maintain what I said many times, and that normally he should stay here until the end of the season, but we'll see.
Just generally speaking, though, if you were a player, would you rather play for Pep or Jose?
If I was a player, I would play from a club where I am and with 100% commitment.
Just a final one on this. I know that the club, by and large, would be fearful of, or was perhaps fearful of, the fan reaction to Sanchez leaving. Do you think now that is a problem? Do you think the fans have had enough and just want to see it put to an end?
The what?
The fans, do you think they now care whether Sanchez stays or goes?
I don't know, honestly. What the fans want is the Arsenal Football Club to win, and that's what we want all. So the only way to please the fans is to win the next game. They care more about the results than individual people.
Sam Allardyce has just said in his news conference regarding Theo Walcott, it would be very nice if we could get it over the line, but there's nothing imminent. It would be a permanent deal. You'll wait and see. Theo Walcott to Everton.
There again, I cannot give you more. I cannot tell you much more. Sam Allardyce has made that statement, but Theo Walcott is here.
He needs to play though, doesn't he, Arsene, with the World Cup coming up?
Yeah, of course. Everybody wants to play.
Just a final one from me, if I may. Would Malcolm be a replacement for Sanchez, potentially?
He's a good player, but at the moment, there as well, nothing is happening. We are not on that case at the moment. Thank you very much for torturing me.
Yeah, you've been tortured mainly about players going out. I mean, are you looking beyond a replacement for Sanchez or Walcott? Are you looking for any other players? Because, I mean, you have been hit by a lot of injuries in the last month.
For
like defenders, are you looking for other players to come in this window?
I don't rule it out, not at the back, not in midfield and not up front. We are open, we are on the market, we are active, and but as well I do not want to give you news that I cannot confirm after. And on this transfer market at the moment is very difficult to come out with things where, as long as they are not signed, because things change very quickly.
How big a game this Sunday? You've had an up and down week, starting at Forest and better result at Chelsea. But your main goal this season now surely is to finish in the top four. So how big a game is Sunday? It's
a massive importance of this game, this kind of games, of course. And we've been distracted a little bit by the cups, but now we have to come back to the Premiership, and it's a very, very big game.
Do you still see finishing in the top four in the Premier League your best route back into the Champions League? Better than winning the Europa League?
I don't know. There are two possible routes, and we want to explore both of them with 100% commitment. Does it work one way or the other? We want to be in there.
You had a convincing win over Bournemouth at the Emirates earlier in the season. But as you said, last year they were really up for playing you. And they're one of these 10 teams in a relegation battle. So nothing's going to be easy for you now between now and the end of the season, is it?
No, but as long, I told you many times, the league is divided in two now. And as long as you have a group of 7-8 teams fighting for the top four, and the rest basically fighting for not to stay in the league. And as long as the positions are not settled, every game will be a cup game.
And how much is your job now harder this season maybe from last, or from previous years, because you've got these players out of contract, so every week you're being tortured about whether or not they might be going, and the fact you've still got to try and get in the top four, and now you've had this cup shot. How much harder are you feeling it is now this season to manage than in previous years?
It's not harder. It's the problem in managing job is that you face every week a different problem that you have to sort out, and you have to find the solution to get the team to play with to their maximum, as close as possible to their maximum, and to prepare them to do that. After that, you cannot complain it's harder or not. There are periods where it's more difficult, but it's part of a job, and it's an exciting part of a job as well.
Arsene, with Alexis only got a few months to run on his contract, is this something that you don't want to see happen again at Arsenal? Do you think you regret this current situation with these three players out of contract at the end of the season?
No, I don't regret that, because at the end of the day, or you can access to the demands of the players, or you can't. And if you cannot, they don't extend their contract. It's as simple as that. It's kind of a mathematical situation, and that you cannot change.
Alexander Lacazette hasn't scored a goal since the Man United game. Is he suffering from a bit of a crisis of confidence at the moment?
I don't. It certainly affects him a little bit, but I'm not worried. I think he was a bit diminished physically on Wednesday night because he was a bit not at his best before the game, but was as well very isolated. It was a difficult game for a striker on Wednesday night because he did defend a lot. But overall, I don't worry that will come back. It's a bit in cycles, and at the moment he's going through a cycle that is a bit more frustrating for him.
Thank you.
Arsene, this is your final ban that you've got to serve in the 3 matches that you were given. First Premier League match. Not being in the dugout for a Premier League game, how much does that affect you? Do you have little influence? Or?
I would prefer to be in the dugout, of course, but I have to respect my ban, and fortunately it's the last game. I must say the second game was not too bad because I was in a fantastic position.
I hear you were surrounded by our colleagues.
In the media area. You're quite spoiled.
Were they quizzing you? Just one final thing regarding Sanchez. Obviously, you've said that you don't know what's happening there at the moment, and in your eyes, you'd like him to stay until the end. Mm-hmm. But should that not happen, have you got is he replaceable?
Replaceable in the way do we find exactly the same player? Certainly not, but there's always a way is to find a different balance. Sanchez is an exceptional football player. He's a world-class player, and we have to, if that happens, we have to find a different balance in the team.
In the summer, you didn't sell him because you couldn't get a replacement.
Yes.
Is that the case now?
Look at the case. Yeah, it's a case now.
So if you can't get someone else in, he won't go.
You sum it up very well.
Do you want a quick resolution to all this, whatever happens?
Yes, of course.
Are you tired of talking about it? Are you tired of talking about it?
It's not the fatigue factor. It's just I cannot tell you what I don't know, and so I don't want to give information I cannot back up after, because you will come back to me. Why did you say that? And rightly so. So I like to be a bit vague, and to use my whole experience of press conferences not to talk things that I cannot back up after.
Fair enough. Just one on Theo. I believe you've told him that you want him to stay. Is that right?
Yeah.
But have you given him any assurances over game time? Because obviously that's
no, you cannot, because you just cannot do it. It's not honest.
So, I mean, but by doing that, though, you run the risk of losing him, I suppose.
We'll see. We have a good relationship with Theo, and I don't want him to to be frustrated or to lose an opportunity to go to the World Cup, because Theo went to the World Cup in Germany, you know, in 2006, and we are now in 2018. So, and since he has not been for different reasons, so that of course is a sensitive subject.
And just finally, where are you sitting on Sunday? Are you with us again?
I hope I'll be with you, because I know I'll be in a good seat.
Thank you. Thanks for being